Huh? What? Oh my god, I just leveled up. Yeah, I leveled up. Boo, 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 boo. No, I leveled down again. No. Yeah, today it's all about level up. And I'm not talking about video games because that's easy to level up in there. This is real life. So Alex Becker, he's a very wise man. He said this, that you should, wherever you are in life, you should learn from someone that's a level above you, and you should teach a guy that's a level under you. And the reason for that is if you're learning from a guy above you, he can teach you so much stuff so you can get up to his level. And if you're learning a guy under you, then you can teach him the things you are doing, and you can actually realize, okay, what am I doing to get this success? So let's just keep a lot of thoughts in our minds and really thinking about all this all the time. Not all the time, but thinking about where can I find a guy to level up from? Or where can I teach a guy? Keep that in mind. I'm always been struggling a little bit in life where I need to learn something, because all the time I think it was so boring to learn anything. In school, it was just like reading these books and hated it. I legit hated it, just sitting there and reading about biology, some fucking chromosomes or something that I can't relate to. What is this even? And then I was like, okay, I'm really bad at learning things. But that's not true. You need to find the things that interest you. So after I came into this self-improvement, I really think I have learned so much because I'm really interested in the things I'm doing now. Oh, meditation, that, yeah, I could do this, and also this, and drink water the first thing in the morning, and all these things. And I read a lot of books about the topics, but you don't really learn. You learn something from the books, but there's a better way of learning. That's finding someone that's a level above you. It could be in YouTube, but usually it's a little delusional in YouTube. Sometimes like these 5 minutes videos of someone talking. That's pretty, like, you don't get that conversations one-on-one together. So I wouldn't recommend going on YouTube. Maybe you could get, like, if, for example, I want to be a coach, and if I want to learn how to be a coach, I need to find a guy that's a level above me. I think that's one that's already a coach. So I did this and learning from this guy right now. Or you can get like coach one-to-one and learn how he does the things of coaching, and you learn so much more from that. And I know you're thinking, nah, I just want to read my books, I can be home all day and I don't want to learn anything, I don't want to go out of my house. Yeah, don't think this. This is your mind triggering you right now. You need to think, okay, this topic, I'm really interested in this topic. I think this water thing here is the best thing, and I'm so interested in this right now. But how? I just read a lot of this. I know how much volume there's in, I know what it's made of, and I want to try to make my own, but I don't know how. Then you should find a guy that's a level above you that actually have made one of these water bottles, and learn from him and ask him a bunch of questions about this water bottle. And you will learn so much more. You could read thousands of books of how to make this, but that guy can tell you in 3 hours, and that's it, and you can get on from there. This could also be in so many other topics that you are interested in. Okay, for example, I really want to start running. I haven't ran that much. So my first thought was to go and find some guy that runs a lot. So I can ask him a bunch of questions and ask him about running and what's the best technique and all this stuff. And he will just gladly give it to me for free, because he's also very interested in the topic. So he likes to share everything he has been going through and all this knowledge he has. For example, if a guy came to you, to me, okay, hey Magnus, I have been trying to meditate, but I can't figure out how to meditate. Can you help me? Yes, I can help you. I can help. Please, yes. Okay, do this. And I will just begin to talk so much about it because I'm helping. It's nice to also help a guy under your level. So keep this in mind every time you're thinking about learning something in a different topic, or something you're really interested in. Because if you learn from a guy one level above you, that's very, very powerful, and you will get to learn so much, and you can learn from their mistakes and not make them on your own. And you might be thinking, but Magnus, I'm not good enough to go out and ask someone to learn from someone above me, because I'm just a little piece of nugget and I can't do anything right with my life. That's not true. People, you are something, and you can really go out and get some knowledge out there. Just think that learning is a process, and it's okay to fail also. And if you are thinking about, okay, maybe I will ask a stupid question, there's not such thing as stupid questions. Just ask all your questions, and if you are, okay, that was a stupid question, yeah, but it was not for you. You thought it was a nice question because you wanted to get help on this specific topic. So get out there, even though you're thinking, okay, I'm just on this level. You're always on some level. If that's level 0, if you just want to start meditation, or want to start running, you have never run before, go find a guy that's just running a little bit, like 3 kilometers, and learn from that guy. You're always on some level, so you can always find a guy that's a level over you. And this doesn't have to take a bunch of time. If you don't have enough time, if you don't have that much time for this, this can be a phone call, 5 minutes with a guy you know that runs, or going to the gym and asking a guy there, how can you do this exercise because I'm a newbie? That's it. It takes like 5 minutes, and that's it, and you learn something. And he says, okay, this is lateral pull down, and you need to really go something back here with your chest, and really push down here, and just go like up here. Yeah, and you're like, yeah, that took 2 minutes, and you're like, now I can do that exercise properly. And next time you're there, you're like, okay, it really hurts still in my back, and you're asking a guy that's really advanced again. And you just learn so much from that. So go out and do it. And I understand that it's sometimes hard that we need to go and find a guy and go out and to speak with a guy that's better than you at something. I'm also struggling with like someone being better at things than me. But you need to think of this as a learning process. That there's some guys that's above you in something, and it's just like you're cheating a little bit to just learn from that guy instead of learning it yourself. So you can like take the shortcut instead of taking that long route they probably did take. And we also need to interact with some people, and maybe we are a little shy to go out and talk with people, having a little social discomfort when we're talking to other people. But this is just so fast learning, and if you can just get that fear and just like put it out of you and say, okay, I'm fearing this is probably what I have to do then. If I'm having this fear of going to speak with someone, then this is out of my comfort zone, and it's great to get out of your comfort zone, even though it feels like shit. So I really want you to think of the topic or the thing you are very interested in. That could be also studies. A guy that's a year in front of you in studies, that's a guy level above you, that he could give you so much knowledge about studies. But find this topic you want to grow in, and just, okay, now we're taking fitness, and you're just starting fitness, and find a guy that's above you and go and maybe train with him, and you will learn so much more than you could ever from YouTube, right? So go try to find these guys in those topics you really want to develop yourself in, because you will gain that incredibly speed so far to those things you really want, and you'll get so level up so quickly. And that's the best thing to level up. We know that in video games. Level up. Yeah. So go out and really try to learn from someone that's a level above you.